As you know, running a business is hard. I've spoken about this before. You run a business, you're either a coach, a consultant, solopreneur, professional, small business. Running any kind of business is actually really, really hard. My clientele are generally coaches and consultants, small businesses and stuff. And the issue that most of them come across is how they can keep track of the work that they do. How do they keep track of all the clients, all the prospects coming in? They get an email through their website. They basically put it on Post-it notes or little notes on the computer. They don't always have the right tool to keep track of their inbound effectively, right? And as a coach and a consultant myself, I know that annoyance because, as I said, most of my clients are coaches and consultants, right? So I know the annoyance. For quite a few years, I used a to-do list to do that. Now, I've used Basecamp in the past to do that. I've used Things, I've used Todoist, and they're all great. But there were issues with that. And the main issue was when an email came in, there was no way of me really putting it into those tools. That, Basecamp you could forward with Things. You could do it. It is possible, but it wasn't great. Although I was using it that way for a long time. Then I thought, well, there must be a way of doing this. Now I've used Daylite on and off, and I'm back with Daylite. Have been for about a year or so now. And it's great because everything is in that one place. So when an email comes in, it goes straight into Daylite via Apple Mail. And that's one of the reasons I love it. So everything's actually in one place. So I can just literally go to that client, that prospect, that project, that task, and everything is linked within it. Now, some may say that, well, you're a tech minimalist. Why are you using another tool? As I've said, I am a tech minimalist, and I want the least amount of tools possible. I don't want a bunch of tools. Now, what this app has been able to do, Daylite, is actually get rid of a couple of tools, in fact, and it's all in one place. So I was using Hey Email, I was using Basecamp, I was using my task manager, Apple Notes, even Pages. And all of these things were kind of mishmashed together. And it worked because that was my workflow for it to be a CRM, effectively, right? And it worked. But there were holes. And I got to a stage where okay, can I simplify this? So I went out and thought, well, let's go back to Daylite because it kind of does it all. One of the main reasons I went back to Daylite, actually, is because they really improved on their sync. Before this, it used to sync, but there were kind of issues, and I didn't like them. It worked, but it wasn't great for me anyway. But recently, they changed their sync architecture, and it worked, and they've been releasing some new updates on there, like the Kanban board and stuff like that. So yeah, it was more a case of getting rid of a bunch of tools and having one tool to do many things, and those things really, really well. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. If you have any questions about Daylite, let me know. There'll be a link here somewhere. But check out your system and check out your workflow, because if you are a coach and a consultant, you need to keep track of stuff. Do you keep track of that stuff well? Could it be better? Could you get rid of a bunch of tools? Let me know. Be great. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.